Hey, you guys. Can you hear me? Excellent. Thank you. Dee Dee, Gaia, Kathy, Nancy, Leslie, Betty, Coney, Deanna, Joe, Estelle, Joni, Jane, Lori. Sorry I'm late. Technical difficulties. Fix myself here. All right. Let's bra more shirt. Okay. Hey, Susie. 5 little peas. Hello, honey. Annie, Bonnie. You're not, yeah. Well, apparently both of us are late, Lori. Hello, Marnetta. Cannabis Queen, how you doing, sweetie? We're still going to start the meditation at quarter after. Well, that's a great reason to be late, Lori. Can never have enough crystals. We're gonna meditate before we start answering questions, you guys. Amy's auntie. Hello, Miss Denise. Lisa. Jonah, hello. Thanks for showing up. Right, I hear you, Joni. Just remember, we can't believe every AI video that comes out claiming to uh, represent Dolores Cannon. Okay, they're just making money. If you show me a Dolores Cannon video, then I believe that, but I don't. Hey, Crumby. Uh, yeah, you might have to ask. You guys might have to ask your questions again. I'll be lucky to remember. Oh my goodness, Deanna. Been there and done that one 3 or 4 times. Last X-ray I had. No recent fractures of the tailbone. Hey, Miss Deborah. I was watching one of your videos this morning on my TV, which I usually don't do that, but thought I'd get you in the big picture. Big picture, Miss Deborah. Oh yes, and thank you so much, by the way. Ding a ding ding. Thank you for supporting the channel, Miss Deborah. Hey, there's Motown. Hey, Miss M. Hey, Sheila. How you doing, hon? So I hope all of you have, or some of you anyway, have figured out that one, at least one thing. I'm sure there's more than one for most of us. One thing that just keeps coming to your mind, some traumatic event, person, place, thing, situation that keeps coming to mind that is negative that you just can't shed. Yep, 111. We got 4 more minutes, you guys. Hey, Godspet. Okay, excellent. So whatever it is that is the whatever that is for you as an individual, that's what you're going to bring up during it right from the beginning of the meditation. Oh, okay, Motown, pick one. Doesn't matter which one. Better out than in. Have I read on the committee? Not so much. I've got a list of things to talk about, but one is iffy. So let me write that down. Let's read. I will do that either today or tomorrow. I'm not sure. I don't have my notes in front of me. Hey, I am HGH Immersed. Hey, Susie Q. All right. We welcome our fellow smartasses, Susie Q. Hey, Kathy. 2 minutes. Candy, did I miss Candy? I'm sorry, Candy. Welcome, hon. Hey, Kelly. Okay, Betty, pick one thing that you can remember losing. I assume that's material. Okay, so Laura, you can work through that for your horsey. Usually the loss of something has to do with learning to let go. I mean, period, point blank. Learning to trust the universe that it's going to be okay, that you lost your mom's rings. Okay, so that feels awful, but there's a reason for that. So it's not really my place to tell you what the reason is for that, but hey, Jason. Jason from north of the border. Hey, sweetheart, how you doing? Thanks for showing up. Okay, it is 1:15, so we're going to settle. Gonna get comfortable. It'll come to you, Betty. Don't so you guys don't force it. Okay. So this is our heal ourselves to heal the planet. All right, so get your shoulders relaxed, put your feet on the floor, get comfortable. Notice your feet on the floor. Helps you ground. So we should work from the root chakra up. We'll do it real quickly. Okay. So let's start by imagining light spilling from our root chakra. And we're going to move it up to the solar plexus. I skipped one. Imagine light spilling from the chakra. I should have brought out my list. From the chakra underneath your belly button. Now move it up to your solar plexus, right underneath your rib cage. Now your heart. And your throat. That'll help those that don't feel heard. Now your third eye, right between your eyebrows. And your crown, right on top of your head. Shoulders relaxed. Still noticing our bodies connected to the earth. Now think of that one person, place, thing, or situation that you cannot let go of. You might feel your hands tingling or your feet tingling. That is your spiritual connection. Now give that person, place, thing, or situation that you can't let go of a visual form, even if it's just the word of it. Mine is bullies. I want you to stare right at it. Look right at it. Don't look past it or around it or through it. Look right at it. Now imagine yourself and it or them floating in space above the planet. You're not connected by anything except for a golden cord, an ethereal cord. And while you're still looking it right in the face, you have a pair of scissors in your back pocket. You pull those scissors out of your back pocket while you're still looking that person, place, thing, or situation in the face. You put the scissors in your hand, you open the scissors, and you cut the cord between yourself and that person, place, thing, or situation. And you claim your power. I claim back my power. I take my power back. And you imagine that person, place, thing, or situation floating away from you. And as it floats away from you, the universe disperses the energy of it to bring in balance. There are others that need to work through that person, place, thing, or situation. Now it's their turn. And when you're ready, come back to your body. Your shoulders are still relaxed. You can feel your bottom in the chair or on the bed or the couch or the floor. You can feel your feet, your toes, your fingers, your arms, your legs. Notice your head's not heavy anymore. And we slowly open our eyes and come back to the here and now. All right. That's that. 2 minutes to spare, but it's all good. Take your time. Solar plexus, not no, sacral chakra. That's the one my brain wouldn't think of the word sacral under your belly button. Hey, my vortex. Hello. Hey, slugger. Okay, so Miss Gaia gifted someone a 1-month membership, and that went to Chatham One. Thank you so much, Miss Gaia, for paying it forward. Slugger is from Minnesota. Welcome. And Miss Debbie, also from Minnesota. Okay. Let me see. What portion of the present population do I see choosing to ascend? More than half. That's about as close as I can, it's about as accurate as I can get. More than half. Remember, only 2% of the population in America is MAGA. You got other countries that are having their own issues with right-wing extremists. So, in America anyway, well over half. Okay, if a person's going through a dark night of the soul, will that lift with the Lunar New Year? Okay, so humans like to deal in absolutes and black and white and all or nothing. All right, so yeah, I mean, yeah, the Lunar New Year. Okay, so we have this Tuesday the 17th at I think it's 1:47 a.m. is the new moon and the Ring of Fire solar eclipse. Okay, and then on the 20th, which is Friday, we have the Saturn and Neptune 0 degrees in Aries, right? Both of those, all those things. So between now and at least the 21st, say, is the Great Reset. Okay, all of those things combined create the Great Reset. All right, including Year of the Fire Horse, which starts on the 17th as well. So you got a lot going on the 17th. That's what other readers have been talking about. So what this Great Reset is about people stepping up and coming back into their own power and creating change and working for the common good and focusing on communities and stuff like that. Because the moon will be in Aquarius as well, by the way, on Tuesday. So we have a lot of Aquarian action going on. And that is what that's about, is the community, the greater good, creating change, moving forward, technology, stuff like that. So it is very possible that that person will, or any person who's having a dark night of the soul, which is nothing but what we talk about a lot is the cleanse and release, the shadow work, the the introspection. Okay, so that's it's all tied together. We all keep saying everything's connected. Every single thing, whether we see the connection or not, it's still connected. All right, Anita, hello, hon. Marnetta, I truly feel that it doesn't matter what age you are, that we can work through our mental health issues. I have the same problem. Mine just line up one right after the other. As far as things I've experienced, just one thing right after the other. Just get done with one, and there it comes to the other one right behind it. But I think that if we can take the lessons from what we learned from healing certain aspects of our mental health, if we could take those lessons and expand them into the rest of our healing, that it's very possible for us to heal our past traumas and the mental health that is affected by those traumas. Just a disclaimer, I'm not a therapist, but I have a lot of experience with therapy. Well, this is the way look at that, Coney. This person is only 18 years old, going through a dark night of the soul. That to me is awesome. We're all going to go through a dark night of the soul. I don't care how wonderful people say their lives are. Oh, my life is great. I never have any problems. That's BS. Everyone has something that they struggle with, every human on the planet. So at 18 years old, I think that's wonderful. And I think that some of that heaviness will lift. Well, if we look at our shadows, Lisa, aren't our shadows all based on one thing? For me, my shadows are all based on fear. Okay, fear of what? Fear of how it makes me feel. So I would write a list of things that we feel we need to work on with our shadow work and see what the common factor is. The common what, what does it affect? What are we afraid of? Hey, Nancy from Seattle. I personally think that most people's most people's traumas or the things that hold most people back from, stepping forward or, trying new things, whatever it is. The fear is it's just like ignorance. People are homophobic because they're afraid of something they don't understand and then they turn around and don't do the research or get to know someone who is a gay or a lesbian or transsexual. Okay. That's fear is generally based on ignorance. Okay. But fear is also the main reason why people don't heal. Well, if I look at this thing that traumatized me, then I'm going to have to feel what I felt then. The reality is we're feeling it anyway. Every time we remember it, we feel it. So I would rather look it in the face and just move on. And okay, so Lisa, when you're not heard, that hurts your feelings. It's all based around how something makes us feel. So Lisa, do more throat chakra work, more imagery of your throat chakra being wide open, and then visualize people's ears being wide open, hearing what you have to say. Very nice, Jill. Jill's daughter is now a Reiki master. Laura, you didn't let him down. You did what was best for the horse. If you weren't able to take care of the horse properly, then letting him go was the best thing you could do for him. All right, then. Thank you. Susie Q says that the aquamarine crystals are good for the throat chakra. Been there and done that, Lisa. You know what helped me too was getting away from people as far as my throat chakra, was getting away from people who didn't listen. I had to learn that those people weren't worth my time or my energy. There you go, Jill. Just gotta walk aw and, and it's hard because people, well, they're family, well, they're a friend, it doesn't matter. I do not speak to one single person well, I speak to one single person in my family, and she and I don't talk that much. She's got her own stuff. But out of all the family members and I had a huge family growing up, it was huge. My grandmother had 13 kids, a big family. So, I walked away from all of them. There is nothing written in stone that says you can't walk away from family or friends if they're not healthy for you. Okay, Jane says she reads a book called Love is Letting Go of Fear. Makes sense to me, Miss Jane. Right, Miss Lori. So there you go, hon. You did the right thing with the horse, with your horsey. Yes, and we have to rid the toxicity from our lives because I personally I can't think. I can't think straight when there's too much too much going on around me. When there's too much bad juju around me. Students, yeah, Miss Lisa, the students are going through stuff too, right along with the adults. And the students are picking up on the adults' issues, the adults' fear. Well, Miss Jill, we're going to do a law of attraction class starting in March, and we're going to base it on the secret. I should have been clear. It's the extended family. My specific family unit, well, there was just my sister and I and my parents, but I was adopted. I was not their biological child, and my sister got favored. Well, there you go, my vortex. We have to do what's good for us because we can't do anything for other people if we're not healthy in some way. Yeah, Chris, we did a video a few weeks ago, and he does it is a walk-in soul for rump roast, and it's it's the German with the funny mustache that didn't like Jewish people. That's the soul that walked in. Oh, Miss Laura, it, it's like I had to understand that the woman that raised me had serious issues. And it doesn't make what the things that she did okay, but it helped it give her. Hey, Miss Donna. All right, Daniel Combs is Miss Donna. Because I did some research there, Miss Donna, and you have to create a whole new YouTube account to change your email. Yeah, right, Lisa. One little man into another. I know, Miss Donna. Political and spiritual questions, you guys. Personal questions and spiritual questions are for the members live first Friday of every month. It's not the body doubles, it's just Rump Roast himself. Well, I kinda said that, Miss Jane. I mean, you gotta accept people that people are the way that they are, they were the way they were, and there's nothing we could do to we couldn't change it then, we can't change it now. So what's the takeaway? What are we gonna learn from that? I personally don't like hating people. I don't like hating on people. I mean, for all intents and purposes, I don't even hate Rump Roast. I just I dislike him very strongly. Oh, Miss Laura, you're gonna see your horse after you die, hon. No worries on that one. No, you're fine, Slugger. You're fine. You didn't know. Now you know. What events will happen? They're already happening. It's a tearing down. This regime is being torn down piece by piece. It's not a one and done event. It's a culmination of events. That's why a lot of us use the domino analogy. Oh, absolutely, your pups, Miss Lori. Well, Miss Lori, you could come to the next Pampered Pets and we could talk to your horse and your dog. To rock bottom? Well, kinda, yeah. Yeah, I mean, we don't know. I don't even wanna hear that, but we keep pulling the tower card for a reason. The entire thing's gotta fall. Not just here, everywhere. Exactly, Deanna. You gotta gut the house and do the demo before you can rebuild it. Because what we are built on right now is sand. It isn't rock. It isn't cement. It isn't concrete. It isn't anything but sand. This is why it's crumbling. Yeah, Candy, that's not being heard is big with people who've experienced severe trauma or grown up in that situation. Pampered Pets is if you've ever been to any of my Zooms, it's the same Zoom link. That's a Zoom. I haven't decided what day yet, but I'll figure that out pretty soon because it's got to be in March. Yep, to build back better on firm foundation. Well, I like the way Steve Judd did it. If you never watched Steve Judd, Judd, he's an astrologer, and I loved what he said. He's got a short out that says, "Oh crap." He says that we're actually getting ready for the rebuild right now. But okay, I lost it for a sec. Okay, so what he said, he was talking about how we're out so we're Aquarius and Pluto's in Aquarius and Pluto's about karma and structure, right? So, but it came out of Capricorn. And Capricorn is was about dominion. And that's nothing against Capricorns, you guys. Okay. Let's clear that up right now. It has nothing to do with Capricorns, people who are Capricorn, sun sign. But that is what Pluto and Capricorn was about was dominion, ruling something, owning something, controlling something, everything. Hey, Gikanda, how you doing? Yeah, that wasn't a personal attack, Miss Coney. Yeah, I can't we can't fuss over anything, Miss Lori, that's named JD or Donald. We need to that's petty. We need to let that stuff go. That sounds like a proper name for a horse, okay? Yes, Miss Deborah is a Capricorn. She says, "I'm back to rule and control." That's a song, you guys. The lyrics of a song. I didn't know you left us, Miss Betty. Welcome back. I heard that, Crumby, that JD isn't Couchman's real name anyway. Listen, every sun sign or whatever, every sun sign has its positive attributes and its negative attributes, right? I mean, Aquarians, we're just stubborn and we're a fixed sign. So we're just stubborn and we know everything. Just saying. So that would be the negative aspects of an Aquarian. But we're also about the community, the greater good, uh, forward thinking, right? So we can either choose to embrace the positive attributes of our sign or the negative attributes of our sign. We're still going to experience the negative attributes of our sign, but we get to choose which part of our sun sign we want to dominate or that we want to stick out the most for us. Yeah, doggies, you can't change her. Well, except my chihuahua, you could call her poop and she'd come running. She was just precious. She's a precious girl. Oh, Miss Betty, yeah. Well, guess what, you guys? On the 26th, Mercury goes into retrograde. This is going to be fun. Yeah, okay, don't anyone take this personally, but there were certain powerful people in the religious factions Who wanted control? They wanted to control the people. We call him Constantine. He was the one that started this crap. Oh, women are crap and pagans are devil worshippers and this and that and the other. Okay, so Friday the 13th was turned into something negative by corrupt people, corrupt higher ups in in religion. Yeah, Lisa, Libra for balance and I'm I've got Libra somewhere in my chart. I have Virgo too, so mm, an Aquarian Virgo. Just a little bit of OCD. Oh, good, Betty. Yeah, Gakanda, Neptune and Saturn and Aries. This is again, the great reset. Can't really put a time limit on that. It takes as long as it takes for things to reset. Is Mercury ever retrograde? Well, I think we only have 3 this year as compared to 4, I'm not sure. We had 4 last year. We got our butts kicked in January. I believe that, Deanna. Uh, Scorpio and Capricorn being besties. I have a Scorpio daughter, always got that tail out, ready to sting somebody with it. She got along great with my ex. He was a Capricorn. Oh, Miss Donna says she's a strong Virgo. Yeah. You know what you wanna look into though is your north node and your south node. Okay, so north node is the stuff you carry with you from lifetime to lifetime, the lessons you need to learn. Your south node is who you're meant to be. So my south node is Gemini, which explains why I look for a balance in things. Miss Candy, I have got to figure out a date for the next Pampered Pets. It'll be in March. It'll be soon, or the end of this month. I'm not. Let me see. Let me see if I can find my Pampered Pets signage. When was the last one? Was February 1st? I don't think I can pull my calendar up here. Okay, so it'll be probably the first week of March. I think that's why, excuse me, I chose to start the law of attraction classes on the second week of March because I can't be doing 3, 4 lives a week. That I'm okay, Anita. So there, in your favorite search engine to find out what you can find out your whole chart. But if you want to know specifically the south or the north and south node in your chart, knowing your time of birth is helpful, but it's not absolutely necessary. Um, there are I use one, and of course I can't remember the name of it, but I use one that I use it on my desktop or on my laptop. Astro something. It's a free birth chart, and you just put in your date of birth and in the time you were born if you know it, and it's pretty it's straightforward. Okay, Astro Dent, Astro Dent, or you could take Miss Deborah's suggestion and see a competent astrologer. And if you want to do that, talk to me, and we'll get a hold of Miss Katie. Morning time for supper, Anita said. Yeah, Lisa, there's a lot of them. A lot of free sites you can just put your info in and boom, there you go. You know, Miss Lori, now you got me thinking. You were born 1157. Now, if you were born in 1159, I bet you that there is such a thing as a cusp regarding the time that you were born, depending on where the planets are. Okay, North Node, Miss Donna, North Node is the lessons or things you come into each lifetime with, and the South Node is your destiny, or which I don't really believe in, but what you're supposed to be doing. So it's like, okay, so these are the things that I carry from lifetime to lifetime in the North Node. So if I can move through those things, work through those things in this lifetime, then I'm more apt to be successful at doing whatever I'm supposed to be doing in the South Node. Yeah, Miss Deborah, on the birth certificate. Miss Donna, I my look outlook on things is spiritually can change the more information I get. Um, or the more I experience and the more I learn. And we don't necessarily have to keep coming back and learn a lesson just because we didn't learn it in the last time. We don't necessarily have to do that. Again, humans are all about one and done, black and white, bad or good. That's just the way we are. So I don't necessarily believe that we have to carry the lessons from past lifetimes that we haven't learned yet. I feel like that's a choice we can make on a soul level before we incarnate. More solar flares. No, I haven't been keeping up with my Schumann's. Have the app right on my phone. We're gonna see more. I'm hearing not huge ones because whatever's supposed to start resetting is already set. Okay. So what I'm hearing is just like we have to step back and, we put out our desires or manifestations or whatever, then we step back. Let the universe do what the universe does. I feel like that's the same thing with the solar flares. It's like, okay, it's time for the sun to take a deep breath. Because I feel like right now, I don't think that I feel a lot better. Okay, my energy's back up. So and I know that solar flares have a lot to do with that. So I feel like we'll see them, but we're not gonna see these humongous, mind-numbing, soul-crushing, energy blasts from the sun. Trumpero's gonna get it through about voting married women have to have a passport. No. No, he's not. That's ridiculous. Will the SAVE Act pass? I think so, because they're placating him. Because they're standing up against them, they wanna placate him in some way. I knew what you meant, Miss Deborah. It's all good. But I don't feel like the passport thing is gonna be a thing. Well, the real ID, Miss Anita, is also just for IDs. Doesn't have to be a driver's license. I don't have a driver's license on purpose. People drive like they lost their minds. People drive the way they live. I know, Crumby. I know it's gonna be hard. This great reset, these things that are happening, even though the end result is a beautiful thing, doesn't mean it's gonna be comfortable while it's happening. Well, luckily, what's on my birth certificate is on my ID. Okay, so let's break this question down. So, my spirit team says yes, the SAVE Act is gonna pass. But Estelle brings up, I think it's Estelle. Okay, yes, Estelle brings up something valid. It doesn't mean that the states are gonna put up with it. From what I heard, and not that anything is done constitutionally anymore. I gotta tell you, it really irritates me when people quote the Constitution to me, "Well, that's not gonna happen because of this." I'm sorry, and what exactly has been constitutional that has happened since 2024? Not a damn thing. Not one single thing has been constitutional. Yeah, we have the same thing, Miss Annie. They even have it if you need, SNAP benefits. They give you a voter's registration. Yeah, Esso Campo, yeah. That's how that works here. I get a real ID, not a real ID driver's license, a real ID. I don't know about other states. That's what New York does. So I was talking. Yeah, the states. The states don't have, or I'm sorry, but President of the United States does not have any control over what the states do with voting. Okay? So the states aren't going to put up with that Save Act crap. Pretty soon he'll be shipping just females out, well, no matter what skin color you have. Okay, thank you for the correction. All right, time for me to leave you guys to yourselves for 15 minutes. Thanks for showing up, you guys. I appreciate you. Gonna make some videos. Key in the funny papers.